We've gotten to speak on a few FCS players over the last few weeks, and I love getting to talk about these guys. Yeah, they don't play the most incredible competition in the world, but it's still a joy to get to see some of these guys play and where they're going to be selected, because some very good NFL talent comes out of the FCS. And today, we're going to be talking about yet another FCS prospect in the 2024 draft, and that is Northern Iowa's defensive tackle, Khristian Boyd. Boyd is a guy who really generated some buzz later on in the pre-draft process after he had a very impressive showing at the Shrine Bowl in Dallas, but he is slowly but surely climbing up the boards of numerous people. Where does Boyd ultimately get selected in the 2024 NFL Draft? That is what we will be talking about in today's video. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment and let me know which players you guys want to see me talk about in a future video, and without further ado, let's get into it. Boyd has had some solid production for UNI over the last couple of seasons. In 2022, Boyd finished the year with 19 hurries, 1 hit, and a sack. Obviously it was nothing major, but you could see some potential with him. His 2023 season was a bit more productive, as he finished with 28 hurries, 9 hits, and 3 sacks. Once again, the numbers aren't going to jump off the page at you, but where Boyd really showed his cards was at the NFL Shrine Bowl in Dallas. There was one particular rep where Boyd absolutely sunned Christian Mahogany, who's a very good interior offensive line prospect, and it showed me something in Boyd that I was very intrigued by. He has definitely got some solid potential to be a solid rotational piece in the NFL. Boyd is a guy who is exceptionally strong for the position. He has tremendous upper and lower body strength, and he leverages himself extremely well. He has good hand placement, and he has exceptional body control. It never seemed like he was off balanced or out of control, whether it was against the run or the pass. The stat that was the most shocking for me was when Boyd did 38 reps on the bench. He has the strength to win with power, and he showed that on tape, and he has incredible anchor in the run game as well, and he's very hard to move. Boyd also has a really solid quick first step. Unfortunately, Boyd didn't receive an NFL Combine invite, and we don't know what his official time is, but Boyd shows some really solid movement abilities. He has a quick first step off the line of scrimmage, and he has no wasted movements. Nothing looks awkward or uncomfortable, and even in the open field, he moves so fluidly, and I like his movement abilities for his size. Speaking of size, Boyd has that as well. He's 6'2", 320 pounds, and you love the body that you've got to work with. The one area of Boyd's that you do worry about is his length. He has below average arm length for the defensive tackle position, and he's just got shorter arms than is ideal. I think that's something that could come back and hurt him and cause him to slide just a little bit, but his frame is really intriguing. Another area that I struggled with when it came to Boyd was his change of direction. I'm not seeing too many people talk about this, but it felt like there were times he would get too deep inside the run gaps, and he couldn't really pivot and turn in space the way you would like. I think the upside is there for him, but it just didn't really look like he could change direction the way that I like to see. Another area Boyd struggled to do was taking on double teams. He lacks a lot of pass rush moves, and he did not do a very good job of freeing himself up. That is one of the big concerns with him. I think he has potential as a pass rusher, and as a run defender for that matter, due to his athletic abilities, but he still has some questions, and he's unpolished and has very limited moves. Khristian Boyd has a lot of the things that you really love about a defensive tackle prospect. He's extremely strong, he has solid quicks, and his change of direction could be better. He's got some concerns in run defense, but those are all areas I think that he can improve upon. He is my number 15 defensive tackle in the class. The upside is there without a doubt, but he still has some questions coming from an FCS school. It is really tough to figure out where Boyd fits best. He struggles against double teams, but I don't think he has the abilities to do that on a consistent basis and be an every down 4-3 defensive tackle. I also don't see him fitting too well in a 3-4. I see him as a rotational single gap defensive tackle in the league, but I think he could be a very high-end one. My player comparison for Khristian Boyd is Detroit Lions defensive tackle Alim McNeill. He's been an awesome single gap penetrator for the Lions, and similarly to Boyd, neither of them have the most elite length for the position, and they're above average athletes. I think Boyd could be a very solid rotational piece in the league with a very similar impact to Alim McNeill. Khristian Boyd is an FCS gem. He has some really solid athletic abilities, and he has some pass rush upside. I like the potential he shows. He's still a bit raw, but I ultimately believe that Khristian Boyd will be a 5th round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.